and welcome back to another video. I swear I say this every time, but this one is really not the video that you were supposed to be seeing. If you watched my last vlog, you will have been expecting to see a event vlog and a moving vlog for Goat. Unfortunately, the day after that was filmed, my last vlog, I suffered a really nasty accident, leaving me here in my room, housebound. But I did a poll on my Instagram and everyone, the majority voted and said that they would like me to do just a quick chat about what happened. So I will try and keep it quick. My plan is to keep it under 5 minutes because I'm pretty boring. No one wants to sit and listen to me waffle on for ages and ages, so I will keep it succinct and to the point. So I've got a list on my phone of things because it all got a bit blurred for me, so I've actually made a list so that I keep to the key points. I'm super OCD. So what happened then? The day after my cross-country schooling, it was in the middle of the heat wave still, and it was quite cold first thing, so I'd put the horses out with their rugs on, and then I would go down kind of 11 o'clock ish and take their rugs off. I was actually helping a friend out that day with her horse. A little bit of background: he's big, 16'3", potentially traditional heavy cob, luckily no shoes on his back feet, which you'll see why in a minute. So I thought, I was about to ride out Go, I thought I'll quickly take his rug off first, the other horse's rug off first, went into his field, approached him. I do this all the time, didn't think anything of it. No one else was on the yard, I was there on my own. I approached him, he looked at me, put his ears back. That's quite normal, he can be quite grumpy. I walked up to him, he started to walk off, but I thought, that's normal again. I followed him and he looked at me and he just double barreled me and sent me flying. So I had both his back hooves connected, and caught me on my right side, sent me flying, and it was the scariest moment. And I promised myself I wouldn't cry in this video, so I'm not going to cry because I've cried enough if you follow me on Instagram. The scariest moment of my life. He winded me so badly, I thought I was dying. Like, I've been winded before and it went on for ages, and I managed to get my phone out of my pocket and press 999. I was laying in the dirt at this point. The phone was on the ground next to me like that. It wasn't on loudspeaker or anything. I'd literally just pressed 999, and all I remember is just going ambulance, ambulance, and then saying the address of the stables. And if you played that 999 call back, I would sound, it would sound like a hoax call. I was literally like, ambulance, like, because he'd winded me, I couldn't breathe. So yeah, long story short, I laid there for half an hour. The NHS call taker was absolutely incredible. I know she'll never see this video, but she was amazing. I was so scared, and I'm not a scaredy cat normally, I'm quite a tough person, and I was in hysterics. I couldn't move, I thought I was paralysed, like, and she was absolutely incredible. So if the odd chance you are watching, thank you so much. Ambulance turned up, put me on a drip straight away, and they were quite positive. They were like, oh, it's probably just a bit bruising, we'll take you to hospital, you'll be alright. So limped to the ambulance, off we went. I am condensing this. Obviously this is about an hour later. Luckily someone had found me, then someone from the yard had found me. I had my phone, I'd text my boyfriend and he'd let my mum know, so they'd meet me at hospital. So fast forward a little while, get to hospital, wait in the back of A&E for around 3 hours, and then was just sat there. Carrie came to see me. I was in pain, but I was talking. I was very upset, not from the pain but from how scared I'd made myself. Like, it was just so frightening. Like, I honestly thought, I'm gonna die in this field, no one's gonna find me, no one's gonna know where I am. So yeah, so we sat in A&E. It was about 3 hours later, the doctor came round. They literally pulled my ribs and they were like, oh, it's just muscle bruising. Go to Sainsbury's on your way home, pick up some cocodamol. In a couple of weeks you'll be absolutely fine. And I'm thinking, yes, brilliant, I've got away with it, like, I'm so lucky. I then tried to move. I'd obviously been laying in the hospital bed and I couldn't move. Carrie, bless her, actually dressed me. I couldn't get dressed. She put my jodhpurs on because I was planning to ride, dressed me, and I walked to the car and I was spasming in pain. Like, I've never been in so much pain. I thought it's fine, I'll just get some painkillers. Went home, had a drink and some biscuits, threw that straight back up, and that's when it all started to get worse. I just kept throwing up. I was shivering, like, I don't know if I was in shock or what, so I got in my bed. I was still fully clothed, I couldn't undress myself. I just laid in my bed, like, just laid there thinking, this isn't right. I lasted till about 6 o'clock and I thought, no, I'm not happy, something's not right here. So I phoned NHS 111 and they were like, get to A&E straight away. Get to A&E, rushed through straight to a CT scan. And at this point still I'm thinking, I've been kicked before, I'm thinking it's not that bad, it's just some bruising, CT scan won't show anything. At this point they've given me a cannula and put some anti-sickness in, so I wasn't throwing up anymore, so I was feeling alright, to be honest. Pain medication through that. Went to the CT scan, again, very odd. If you've ever had one, it makes you feel like when they put the x-ray dye, they inject the x-ray dye through your arm, you can taste the metallic taste in your mouth, and then it feels like you're wetting yourself. Like, it's very, very odd. You're not, the scanner warns you of this, you're not wetting yourself, but you get that warm sensation like you are. Anyway, so I have that and I come out and wait for my results, and there are 4 doctors waiting for me, and at that point I was like, I don't think this is just bruising. So they then tell me that I've actually got some broken ribs. So I have broken my 8th to my 12th rib, completely broken, and that my liver is actually bleeding internally. So I've lacerated my liver, which is like bruising, bleeding. 2/3 of that are lacerated, so most of it, and I've actually got some blood in my tummy and in my pelvis. So basically they then said, look, we're going to admit you're probably going to have to go for surgery. At this point I had a complete meltdown. My mum turned up, bless her. I was crying because they said if I had the surgery it was going to be like 6 months till I could even walk again, and they were like, look, we're just going to monitor you for the next couple of hours because you're young, you're fit, we don't want to put you through surgery if we don't have to. So I spent the first night in hospital being woken up every hour, being monitored, and that was that. Got through to the next morning, still was thinking, oh, I forgot to have this surgery, in a lot of pain. They put me on morphine, which it turns out that I'm actually allergic to. So that, I was all over the place. It made me so drowsy. I was trying to read a book in hospital and I'd just nod off and then wake up again with the book in my hands. Very odd. Like, friends came to see me and I wasn't making much sense and very dizzy. So they switched me to a different pain medication, and then that started making me sick. So I was sick again over the next couple of days, still being monitored. They got to the point where, because I couldn't keep anything down and I couldn't, the pain medication wasn't working, it was making me sick. They said they were going to put a catheter into my lungs, and I think catheter, I think, oh, you know, up the urinary tract, but they can put the tube into your lungs and then put the anaesthetic in that direct area. So they said they were going to do that, and then I kept soldiering on, and I got to the point where I wasn't being sick anymore, which was brilliant because I stopped taking all my pain medication. At that point I could start drinking again. I think, so the accident happened on the Wednesday. I didn't drink or eat anything until the Friday night, so I was not in a good way. I'd burst all the blood vessels around my eyes here from being sick, so I had loads of little red spots from being sick because there was nothing in my tummy, so I was retching and I'd burst them all. I was in a mess. But yeah, long story short, I was very lucky. I didn't need the surgery in the end. I didn't have the tube in my lungs in the end. I survived on paracetamol. Once I stopped being sick, I started taking paracetamol regularly and I was okay. Like I said, I know I've got quite a high pain threshold and I'm quite a motivated person, and I didn't want these things because I'm going on holiday in, it's now 6 weeks time, and I knew that if I had any of them there was no way I would be going on holiday, so it was a little bit of mind over matter. So yeah, I was in hospital for 6 nights in the end. discharged last week. I'm now home, pretty much housebound, can't drive. I've seen Goat once, bless him, and it literally was for 5 minutes. Just fed him a couple of minutes and went home. I was absolutely exhausted. So kind of the plan for recovery now, I've got a hospital follow-up appointment in about a month's time. They kind of said that recovery for these sort of injuries is around 6 to 8 weeks, which should tie in perfectly with my holiday. I'm really hoping that I will get to go on holiday. They said if I keep going the way I am, it's looking promising. So you're probably wondering what's happening with Goat. Goat is actually going away on full livery in a couple of days' time to be with my dressage trainer, because I can't care for him. My mum's been looking after him, but it's not fair. He's the competition horse, he needs to be kept fit, so he'll be going to live with her for 9 weeks, which will be my recovery and my holiday. And then I'm hoping by the time I come back from holiday I'll be able to get back on. So there may kind of be, for the next couple of weeks at least, a drop in videos, but I'm hoping soon I'll be able to be a bit more mobile and I might be able to go visit him, and then I'll be able to vlog that. So yeah, that's it. I said 5 minutes, but it's now 11 minutes, so I'm really sorry. I might be able to cut some bits out, and I might have a few photos to insert here and there. But yeah, that's you all updated. I'm feeling quite positive. I'll get there. I do firmly believe that everything happens for a reason, and I've been given this challenge and I'm gonna beat it. Like, it's fine. Obviously in 2 weeks down the line I wasn't this positive at the start, but we're getting there now. But thank you all for watching. If you're still watching, you might have got bored and switched off after the first 30 seconds, but yeah, I will speak to you all soon, and take care, guys.